Hello UBet fans, I'm your host Wolf. The first week of GSL Code A is over. Now the remaining round of 48 will take place this week. Some critical matches will be played. If you're an old fan of StarCraft, you don't want to miss these players' games. Group H is composed of 3 veterans and a rookie. Hydra, Flash, Shine, and Panic are Group H players. It's also composed of all 3 races, 2 Zerg, 1 Terran, and 1 Protoss. The first match of Group H will be the battle between Hydra and Flash. They are both successful veterans since Brood War, and they have also won champion titles before. As sad as I am to point this out, somehow both are performing poorly in StarCraft II compared to what they accomplished in Brood War. Hydra performed horribly early this year. After he lost 5 consecutive games in SPL, he was shortly excluded from the team lineups. He was even eliminated from GSL in the round of 32 with 1 win and 2 losses. That knocked him down to Code A. However, he saved himself by putting an end to his losing streak, and now he's regained confidence and looks pretty good. If you are StarCraft fans, I'm sure you know the name Flash well, and we are also well aware that he is no longer a god in StarCraft II. It took 3 seasons for Flash to get into Code S, and he's never once advanced to the round of 8. He is a strong Terran player, but he's not the kind of player anymore who brutally takes down all sorts of opponents. The record between Hydra and Flash puts Flash at a 1-0 lead. Hydra's win rate against Terran is 55.6% with 5 wins and 4 losses, which isn't that bad. But don't forget that his opponent is Flash, a specialist in crushing Zergs. Flash's amazing win rate against Zerg is 85% with 17 wins and 3 losses. He recorded 8 wins and 2 losses in his last 10 games against Zerg. Even if he's not in a great form in StarCraft II, one might say he's still a god when it comes to Terran versus Zerg. The second match of Group H will be between Panic and Shine. Shine seems favored in every aspect with his combined records and experiences. However, Shine hasn't performed well for a while. It took 2 seasons for him to advance to Code A. Compared to that, Panic actually got into the round of 32 of Code S last season. When we look at the data of Panic, most results are related to GSTL, which means that he hadn't got through the individual qualifier leagues until last season. But finally, he succeeded in getting into Code A last season. He was eliminated from round of 32 in Code S though. I think the last season was a good time for him to assess his potential and test his limits. Shine is a very unpredictable player, just like a rugby ball. His aggressive tendencies make it hard for us to predict his results. Another notable fact is that Shine is an unstable Zerg. He might be able to take games off anyone, but the same seems to be true in reverse. Almost anyone seems capable of defeating Shine. Panic's total record in GSL is 11 wins and 15 losses, which is not very good. Even without the GSTL results, it seems pretty average, with 7 wins and 6 losses. But when we look at his results against Zerg, I can say it's more than just terrible. He's 1 win and 6 losses with a 14.3% win rate. I've never seen a win rate this low in UBet. Panic probably doesn't want to face Zerg, but unfortunately he'll have no choice. He's up against Shine. Shine's win ratio is 62.5% against Protoss with 10 wins and 6 losses. On top of that, Yunsu, which was favored by Protoss players last season, has been removed from the map pool. It's just one more disadvantage for Panic. When we look at Group H, Flash's tough opponents will be either Shine or Panic. Even though his opponents are Protoss players, Flash fangirls don't need to worry. You shouldn't worry about him because his win ratio against Protoss is still 54.2% with 13 wins and 11 losses. He's not as weak as you might think. I think Hydra wants to play against Zerg more than he wants to play against Protoss. He's not so bad against Zerg with 6 wins and 5 losses. However, against Protoss, he's looking less comfortable with 3 wins and 5 losses. But Shine is also confident to fight against Hydra. I'm sure that Shine remembers his match against Hydra in Brood War, which he turned around and won in the end. On the other hand, for Panic, if he somehow overcomes his Zerg opponents, it would be fine for him to play against Flash. He shows a win rate of 60% against Terran with 6 wins and 4 losses. Okay, now let's wrap it up. Who will be the top 2 players from Group H to advance to Code S? UBet puts Flash in pole position and Hydra in second. As we saw Flash's win rate against Zerg, it's hard to imagine that he's eliminated from a group that has 2 Zerg players. Hydra's very experienced and an expert Zerg player, so I think he can lead in his match against Panic in his favor. Also, since he shows a good record against Zerg, it wouldn't be that difficult for him to perform well against Shine. It seems like there's not that many variables to consider in Group H compared to some of our other groups, but the beauty of the GSL are our unexpected outcomes. I'm very excited to see the result of all these matches. I'm just hoping to see some amazing games. See you guys next time.